Hi folks. Welcome back to MetaBox Tutorials. In today's practice, we're going to learn how to use custom blocks and custom fields to have an FAQ page, with the help of the MB Blocks extension from MetaBox. Here is my simple FAQ page with some pairs of questions and answers. This information will also be saved in custom fields and displayed using a Gutenberg block. As I mentioned, I will use custom fields and a block for the questions and answers. So I have the MetaBox Core plugin to have the framework to create custom fields as well as the block. It's available on WordPress.org. We also need some MetaBox extensions. You can download them individually or just use MetaBox all-in-one to have them all. Here are all the extensions we use in this practice. First, MB Blocks. It allows you to create custom Gutenberg blocks. With the help of this extension, we can use PHP or the UI provided by MetaBox Builder to create a block. They bring the same result. However, we recommend using MetaBox Builder to limit the use of complex code. And the last one is MetaBox Group. It helps to organize custom fields for questions and answers into a group, so they will be in pairs. That's all the tools we need. Now, let's start. First of all, create a totally new page for the FAQs. I leave it blank, since I will get content by adding the custom block in the next step. I'm going to have a custom Gutenberg block that includes some custom fields like this. This is a group that includes two subfields inside. One for the questions, and one for the answers. When we want to add more couples of questions and answers, we can click this button. Let's create them. Since I activated the MetaBox Builder, I have a UI on the back end to create the fields and blocks. And please pay attention that creating a block is the same with creating a field group. I'll also add some fields as usual. Firstly, it should be a group. Then, add subfields. This is for the questions. And this is for the answer. Move back to the settings of the group. Turn on this option to set the group to be collapsible. And I just keep the expanded option to have the full display of subfields by default. Next, name the group's title. This is just optional to identify each set of the question and answer. I use some variables to name the group dynamically. This is for numbering the questions. And this is the ID of the question field. It helps to display the content of the question on the group title. I also set this group as clonable. This is pivotal, helps to add multiple pairs of questions and answers. That's all the custom fields and essential configurations we need in this practice. After creating all the fields and having reasonable settings, move to the Settings tab and set location for those custom fields. Normally, we set the location as post, or any specific post type, or page as you want to apply fields to. But, to make this field group to be a block, we should set the location as block. We have two options here to choose where to display the field to add content to the block. Move to the page editor of the FAQ page. We can look for the created block to add it to the content section of the page. Since I set the position of the block as on the right sidebar, we will have the fields on this position. Now we can try to add some questions and answers to these fields. You can also click Add More to add other pairs. However, no matter how many pairs of the Q&A you add, there is nothing displayed on the content area of the page, where the block is. The reason is that we had done nothing to display the content yet. Let's move to the next step. Go back to the settings of the created block. On the Settings tab, you'll see the Render section. It helps to render the data saved in custom fields that we have in this block to be the content displayed on the block on the front end. There are 3 options to choose how to render. You should dig in the documentation to know their details. I'll choose the third one. There are also some basic instructions to add code here. You can follow it. We use a clonable group to save the couples of questions and answers, so we should have a loop to display them all. Inside this loop, enter this one. It follows this instruction. This is the ID of the question field. Since it is in a clonable group, I have this prefix text. The same with the answer field. Now, go back to the FAQs page editor and test how the data stored in the custom fields display visually on the page. Whenever you fill in the information in the field, the same information will be simultaneously displayed visually on the page. They are the questions and answers that we need. However, they naturally have no style, including the display on this preview and on the front end. To have a better look for the questions and answers, those are in a block. We should go back to the settings of the block instead of the page editor. We should add some div tags and classes to the render section. Using CSS as well. Then, go back to the page. You will see the new look of the Q&As. That's the end of today's tutorial. If you want to try more tips, please watch other tutorials on this channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe us for more tutorials. Bye.